Hello, Jeff. Thank you for your submission. I've highlighted some things on your work, and let me go through them with you. I liked what you put as far as the objective to illustrate the components foundational to a special event. If I'm looking at that as a student, I know that there are parts of a whole, and as you talk further about whole part whole learning model, it kind of sets the stage with your course objective. Looking down at your assessments, I made a note. And I like what you said about a narrative presentation identifying the components making up a special event. And what I put in the event comment here is there a key number of certain components that you want them to identify? In other words, in your assessment, will it be correctly identifying 8 out of 10, 8 out of 12, 12 out of 12? That's just something to consider. But I realize this is kind of a broad overview, not necessarily granular. And I know that your rubric is going to address some of this. I appreciate the whole part whole learning model that you use, and I like how you're trying to be true to it in the way that you've set this up. And I like what you said, you finish with the summative assessment, because this allows it, in a sense, this is kind of the capstone assessment to your course, if you will. It says you'll have a greater understanding of the interaction of the parts to a whole of a special event. I think it's awesome. I think it's a really neat activity for an online course, and it really kind of goes into that get out of the course kind of mindset in your online learning vibe that they attend and narrate this special event. I thought it was a really effective overview of the assessment process, and it answered all the questions that I knew it would and that I had up here. And I like this checklist. This allows me as a student to look at this and know exactly what I'm going and looking for. And then down here in the challenges, putting provided sources, I thought that was a good heads up, and so that the technology wasn't a stumbling block for students. What I try to do is when I have an assignment that's going to call for particular technology, I recommend one or two, and then I list a few more, but tell them they can use whatever they want that's not on the list if they clear it with me first, because there may be accessibility functions or other issues that they're not aware of that I am. But sometimes they always appreciate kind of, you may choose to use this particular narration, this particular audio, video, or something like that. That may be helpful. And I thought that the rubric was helpful because it had a holistic look. It had the how do the parts fit with the whole, creativity, engagement, and grammar and spelling. Kind of thought that hit everything. The only thing I could think of in here that just to consider that maybe a timeline, how long does the narration have to be, and just some things like that. Otherwise, I thought this was a very effective assessment and description, and I think it'll serve you well in your course. Good work. Thank you.